welcome to today's Yin Yoga practice. For the next 35 or 40 minutes, we are going to go really deep, exploring some of the sensations, some of the emotions, some of the interactions we can have with our hips, with our spine, and even with our ankles and knees. Today's practice is designed specifically to help with spinal flexibility, to decompress your lower back, and to open up some closed or blocked areas in your back body. As we move through this practice, listen very carefully to your body. If something starts to hurt, come out of the pose. We will be taking deeper, more intense stretches today. So if you need to come out at any time, child's pose or shavasana is the place to go. And we're going to start with a pose that really slows down our heart rate and induces a sense of relaxation into both our mind and our physical body. And this pose is called dangling pose, and it starts up on our feet. So go ahead and stand up, find your feet hip distance apart on the floor, push down through the four corners of your feet. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide, exhale out all your air. Lift up all 10 toes, spread your toes as wide as they can go, and then press them right back down onto the floor. Now soften through your knees ever so slightly. You can bend your knees as deep as you need to for this next shape. Take a deep breath in. Your eyes are soft, your gaze is soft. Sweep your arms up overhead, gazing towards your fingers. And then as you exhale, press your hands down through heart center. When your fingers pass your chin, start to tuck your chin in towards your chest. With that softness in your knees, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, sink the weight of your head, your arms, your shoulders, your chest, your belly, your entire torso down towards the floor. And when you arrive here, take another full breath in. Exhale out all your air. Let your body become heavy. Either leaving your arms here connected to the floor or taking hold of opposite elbows. For the first 5 breaths, movement can absolutely be integrated, so long as it's slow and mindful. And then slowly, gently come into absolute stillness with your elbows clasped by your hands or your palms floating down on the floor. Close your eyes and consider anything in your life that you've been holding on to. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's an emotion, maybe it's a place, a home. Our intention for today's deep hip opening, spinal expanding practice is to let go. Our intention is to let go of whatever it is that you've been holding on to that doesn't serve you anymore. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your back body up with air, up with lightness. And as you exhale, imagine that something just dropping out of your head. Letting it go. Relax your toes, relax your jaw. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. One more big full inhalation, sending it right to the base of your spine. And then as you exhale, open your eyes, bend your knees deep, press your hands onto the floor. Start to heel toe your feet just beyond hip distance apart and drop your bum down towards the earth. Coming into a squat. Now, if your heels are lifted up from the floor, you could take a blanket or a bolster and prop it right beneath your heels. So building the floor up towards your feet. This also acts as a support under your hips if this is too intense. Take your palms together at heart center. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, softening your gaze and coming into your breath, just notice the sensations that come up in a shape that might feel foreign to us. 2/3 of the world's population actually go to the bathroom like this every day. And this is a phenomenal way to relieve lower back pain, particularly lower back pain associated with PMS or cramping. So go ahead and funnel all of your air, all of your energy down into your lower back as you just start to marinate here in this squat. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to soften. Release your hands out alongside your body to support you as you drop your bum all the way down onto the floor and extend your legs wide out in front. So in this pose, it can be helpful to sit on the very edge of a prop, a pillow, a blanket. And we're inviting a forward tilt of our pelvis by doing this. Coming into dragonfly pose, so getting into our hips, getting into our groin, into our thighs. And we'll start by gazing over towards the right leg, inhaling length up through our spine. And if you have a spinal injury, keep your spine straight as you start to hover forward, still gazing towards your foot. But if your spine is feeling quite fine and quite flexible, you can fold all the way forward over your leg. As soon as you arrive, take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the weight of your torso inch down towards the floor without trying to get anywhere. There's an effortlessness and a surrendering that accompanies each of these postures. To ease tension in the backs of your legs, bend your knees by any amount. And now begin to linger in your breath. 1 minute here. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, push the floor away with your hands, lift up. Exhale, come to center. Close your eyes, place your hands down on your thighs. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Good. Inhale, walk over towards your left leg, keeping your feet flexed. If they go a little bit limp, that's okay. Inhale, lift your chest up. And again, either straightening your spine if you're dealing with any sort of spinal injury, or keeping your spine long for the first few moments and then rounding as we arrive here. Notice the sensations moving through your inner groin. Bringing your breath into any place that feels a little bit strange, a little bit unusual. Begin to soften the muscles of your upper body. Soften your gaze. And let the weight of your torso drop. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide. Exhale any of the thoughts that have come into your mind. Inhale, push the earth away. Lift your torso, lift your chest. Come all the way to center. So as we prep to come down into a forward fold directly out in front, it might be useful to set one of your props out in front of your pelvis to help you here. Otherwise, take your hands alongside your hips. Inhale, lift your chest, even loop your shoulders back, opening through your heart. And then as you exhale, just as we did in dangling pose, tuck your chin in towards your chest, either keeping a long spine or coming all the way down into flexion. Let your body sink down to the place that it naturally stops. When you get there, pull in your inhalation. Breathe out. And as we start to compress our digestive organs and stimulate our liver and kidney meridian lines, can you begin to practice the following mantra? As I breathe in, I know I am breathing in. And as I breathe out, I let go. As I breathe in, I know I am breathing in. And as I breathe out, I let go. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide, let go, sinking to your next edge. Good. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide. Exhale out all your air. Inhale, push your hands into the floor. Lift your chin, lift your chest, lift your heart. Move slowly, move mindfully. Exhale, come back to center. Pull your prop out from in front of you if it's still sitting there, leaning onto your hands. Bend your knees. And then just rock your knees from side to side. We call this windshield wipers. Okay. Now extend both of your legs out in front. Take your right foot, bend your right knee, and stamp your right foot right into the inside of your left thigh. And then lean over towards the right side, bend your left knee. The tendency is for our left hip to inch off the floor. You could use your prop to help level out your hips, or you could just start to draw that left hip down. If this causes pain in your knee, open your leg a little bit wider. Deer pose. We'll stay here for 1 minute on each side. Again, helping with digestion, high blood pressure. This is a powerful shape to come into for people who are dealing with asthma as well. Take a deep breath in, and as you inhale, lift your chest, lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, walk your left hand over towards your right thigh. Take your right hand behind you and start to come into a very subtle twist. So you get to take charge here. As you inhale, you continually lift and lengthen through the crown of your head, and your exhalation is an invitation to move into the depth of this twist that feels safe for your body. 5 deep breaths. Wonderful. On your next inhalation, come back to center. Take your hands behind you, lean back, and extend both legs out in front. Give them a little shake. And then draw the sole of your left foot in towards your right thigh. Bend your right knee, sending it back behind you, similar to how we practice saddle pose or hero pose. And again, determine how this works for your body. So bending the knee, opening it wide, whatever suits you. Inhale to lift up through your chest. Your exhalation is an imprinting of your hips so far down to the earth as they're willing to go. Find your center, find your foundation, and then take your left hand behind you, your right hand towards your left thigh. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, begin to maneuver towards your left arm. Inhale, open your heart, lift your chest, and as you exhale, gazing even deeper over your left shoulder. Allow a softness to penetrate through your entire body as we peel our stomach away from our ribs. Begin to undo anything that's unnecessarily sitting stagnant in our body. 5 deep breaths. On your next inhalation, slowly rotate all the way back to neutral. Lean back on your hands, send your legs all the way out in front. Again, you could sit up on the edge of a pillow, on the edge of a cushion. And as we move into another forward fold called caterpillar, beware of what you're feeling in your spinal body. Inhale, lift your heart, lengthen through your chest. Plugging your belly button into your spine, start to lengthen through your back body, coming forward. Again, maybe you stay here. If your spine feels confident coming into flexion, go ahead and round, even letting your head hang heavy. Your feet might come limp. You can bend your knees if you need to. Allow the first few breaths to be an introduction of subtle movements, and then begin to access that place of stillness. Coming into stillness to facilitate the rehydration of our connective tissues, to stretch out our joints, and to uncover any restrictions, any blockages, maybe old traumas, old memories that have found a little home inside our body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you let them go? Melting away here for the next few minutes. Staying present to your breath, inhale deeply. Exhale, melting, sinking, diving a little deeper. Take one final breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide, exhale. Slowly start to ascend all the way up. Your chin is tapped, your head will be the last thing to lift. When you get here, take a moment, make any movements you need. Inhale. Exhale. And then bend your knees here. And for some of us, we might just stay right here. Otherwise, imprint your palms down into the floor. Hands and feet are hip distance apart. Find the connection through the soles of your feet and the base of your palms as you start to lift your hips and your pelvis high. Either keep your gaze here or drop your head back. 5 deep breaths. Slowly lower your sit bones back down to the floor. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. We're ready now to come into a back bend. Go ahead and roll down onto your mat. Coming onto your belly. Plant your forearms and your palms down on the floor, hip distance apart, but zip your legs up nice and tight like you have one great big leg. As you inhale, drag the floor towards you. Shine your heart and your chest and your gaze up. And as you exhale, loop your shoulders back. Let your chest sink. Breathing space into your lower back. Breathing space into your lower back. Allowing the sensations that come to the surface here to be temporary. Changing them with every single breath. Your gaze can remain out overhead, or you can gaze right down between your forearms. Inhale. Open your mouth wide, stick out your tongue, lion's breath. Exhale. Melting away. Slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Feel the decompression of your spine, the fullness of your back body. And slowly start to push your palms back into the floor. Bend your knees, roll all the way back into child's pose. Setting your knees mat distance apart as you bring your big toes together and extend your arms out overhead. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, let your chest sink to the floor. Child's pose. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, let go. Push your hands into the floor, lift your chest, lift your heart. Cautiously move all the way over onto your back. Open your palms wide. Arms wide, bend your knees. And no spinal sequence would be complete without a reclining spinal twist. Let's begin by taking our hips out towards the left. With your bent knees, drop your knees down on the right side. And if your left shoulder lifts up off the floor, you could take this twist on the right side of your body, or you could breathe into your lower back as your shoulders start to imprint, start to melt into the floor. If it feels okay for your neck, take your gaze over your left middle fingers and go ahead and arrive with breath. As you exhale, feel that vast opening through your heart center. And invite a softness to your face as you simply breathe. Inhale. Exhale. And with your next inhalation, draw your knees back to center. Plant the soles of your feet on the floor. Shift your hips out to the right. Drop your knees down to the left. Inhale, length through your spine. Exhale, let your shoulders linger into the earth. Breathing space into areas of compression. Breathing fluidity into areas of rigidity. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale completely. Inhale your knees back to center. Prepping now for final Shavasana. Make any final movements, any wiggles, any jiggles, and extend your legs out along your mat. Relax your arms alongside your body. If you're cold, drape a blanket over your body. Close your eyes. Feel the places that are connecting to the earth and the places that aren't. Invite a softness to your belly, a softness to your shoulders. Gently separate the biting surfaces of your teeth. Close your eyes and take rest. staying here in Shavasana for as long as you desire. We're moving mindfully through your fingers and your toes. Bend your knees. Roll over onto the left side, onto your yin side, into fetal pose. Gathering up the energy and the strength to roll up to a comfortable seated position. Collect your hands together at heart center and arrive here, free of your attachments. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Extending gratitude to yourself for landing here on your mat.